Entrepreneurship, side hustles, small businesses, home-based businesses, whatever you want to call it, but it's getting money on the side or getting extra money. So if you're one of those people that really want to start their own businesses, or you are in your own journey of entrepreneurship, this video is for you. A lot of people dream about starting successful businesses, but they don't know how to start. So I want to share with you how you can start your own business from scratch, step by step. I'm not here to tell you about how to write your own business plan and all of those things. I'm here to tell you about practical things that you can actually do. I mean, I also experienced it with myself when I learned how important it was to have another source of income. So I know a lot of people want to start successful businesses but do not know how to start their business. So if you are on your entrepreneurial journey and you want to know how to start a business, or you're already in business but still want to know if you've taken the right steps, then please stay tuned. The first thing that you need to do is to do your personal evaluation. So that means you need to know what you like, you need to know what your skills are, you need to know why you want to go into business specifically rather than working for a company. So doing self-evaluation is really important because that's where you find out who you are. So guys, I cannot stress how important that is, because that's going to determine if you stay in business or not. So conduct a personal evaluation, and I'm going to give you step by step on how to actually do that. So the first thing that you need to know when you are conducting a personal evaluation is, what do you like? So for you, doing a personal evaluation will actually help you increase your chances of you knowing what type of business you want to start. So that's why I said this is very important, because that's where you are easily directed, or you're easily directing yourself towards knowing what type of business. So it's really important to do your personal evaluation. That means knowing who you are, even if it means writing it down on a piece of paper, knowing what your skills are. So you need to go back, guys. You need to really rewind and really check what is it that makes you you. What makes you smile? What makes you happy? What makes you calm? So that's gonna really get you closer to actually determining what type of business you want to start. So guys, the second thing that you need to do when you doing your self evaluation is know if you want to sell a product or to sell a service. So these two are very different. So I'm just going to explain quickly. So selling a product means you are selling a product that is produced by you, or either produced by someone else. Selling a service means you are selling your services. That means you are doing a job for someone else. You are fulfilling a job. So I'm going to make an example, like a cleaning company and a company that manufactures cleaning products. So if you are a cleaning company, you are selling a service. But if you are a company that manufactures cleaning products, you are selling a product. So that's where you decide in what you are good at and what you like. That's going to help you know exactly what you want. Are you good in sales? Are you the type of person that usually like holds up a conversation, or all those things. So number 3 to your personal evaluation is knowing if you're going to do it full-time or part-time. Because I know a lot of us want to open businesses so bad that we think it's just going to happen overnight and you're just going to, chill and not go to work. And, but sometimes you need to put in that hustle. Sometimes you need side hustles, so you need to make sure that you know where you are in life, and you know if that business is going to be your full-time thing or it's going to be your part-time, or it's starting as your part-time and working towards being a full-time. So you really need to figure that out early in the process. Step 2 to starting your own business is to analyze your industry. So you've done your own personal evaluation, and now for instance, I did my own personal evaluation, and I knew from a young age that I loved fragrances. As you can see, I'm burning a candle. I love fragrances. It's not an act. I don't put a front for it. So when I sell people candles, I'm selling them something that I love as well, something that I indulge in, So my personal evaluation involved me finding out who I was in the scent industry. And I actually found a lot of history, because when I was young, my mom used to burn the oil burners. Making research does not mean that you need to just sit on the computer and get information. Making research can be practical. For a photographer, making research could be buying a camera and start taking pictures, and feeling what it's like to be a photographer. That's making research. For me, I bought a lot of candles. I experimented. I went to at home. I went to all these shops buying candles, and I wanted to feel what I wanted to give other people. So initially I had an idea, I had a vision of what my products would do for other people. And I wanted to see if there is a product that gives me the same feeling, you know. And I kept on buying and buying and buying. But man, I was like, no man, like let me produce my own. Let me put out what I want to get, you know, if I'm making sense. But yeah, so that's the second thing to you starting your own business. The third step that you need to take towards starting your own business is to evaluate your target audience. That means, is there relevancy in your market? Are the people who are interested in you? Like basically that's your market research. That's you finding your exact target audience. So what that means is that you do market research. You do questionnaires and you find out who is interested in your product if you were to sell it. So for instance, if you wanted to start like a printing company, you would print out a shirt with your own logo or whatever it is that you wanted to do, your name. And if people are interested in what you are wearing, then that's a response that, oh my gosh, like where did you get that t-shirt? And that gives you feedback. That's why I say research is done in a lot of ways. And I think when you get to do self-introspection, you're able to see what you are good at and what you can maximize your time with. So when evaluating your target audience, that's where you check the relevancy of your business or the potential business that you want to start. That's where you check your market size. That's where you check how big is it, the profit, the profit margin that it gives out every year, or does it grow in profit or not? You research a lot of things regarding that business, and you see, is it relevant or not? Is it a business that's sustainable? Is it something that could push you for the long run? If we had to go back to inflation or whatever, would it push you? Would it still be a viable business? Moving on to the fourth step, you guys, to starting your own business. And now this is really interesting. I know that a lot of people actually start with the fourth step. That's setting up your business. Setting up your business means you need to know now what type of business that you want to open, because now there are different types of businesses. There are partnerships, there are sole proprietors, there are closed corporations, there are, there's different types of businesses, and you need to know what type of business you want to go into. Setting up your business has to do with business licenses, has to do with all the formalities that regard you starting your business. And normally I feel like people actually jump into the fourth step and say, you know what, I want to start a business, so let me just go register. But no, you need to study your industry, because remember, starting a business, you are serving, you want to serve people, so you just don't want to just start anything because you want money. At the end of the day, the money is going to come, but the first thing is to serve people. And starting a business means that you want to create change, and you want to, implement something new, something different, a different strategy to how people are doing things. So you really need to think about what you want to do. Step number 5 to you starting your own business, that's where you start the planning process. And that's where you decide on like doing business plans, if you need to do business plans, how you're going to do your marketing. That's where you find your vendors, everything that you need for your business to begin beforehand. So the planning process involves a lot of things, and that means for different businesses as well. So for a business that creates products or that produce or manufactures, they have to think about the raw materials and where to get that. They need to think about like your vendors and people who can supply the raw materials at larger quantities. For people who are like maybe printing t-shirts, you are going to think about where you're going to get a printing machine, where you're going to get t-shirts for in bulk, because you are not really sewing t-shirts, but you're buying them already made. You just need to print them. So that is your planning process, guys, and that's where you really get to see if you are able to do this or not. Please don't just jump into number 4 where you are setting up your business. Setting up your business should be the last thing that you do after you figured out all these other things that are really necessities to you running your business efficiently. Your personal evaluation, you've made your market research, you've analyzed your industry. Now it means you are ready. Now you need to start planning the process of you starting your business. And that is more on the document side, where business licenses come in, where you decide on what type of business that you want to start, whether it be a private company, a sole proprietor. There's a lot, guys. So I feel like a lot of people really jump into number 4. You know, please, let's have a discussion. Let me know why people jump into number 4 before actually doing all those things, because as I said at the beginning, if you do from step 1, that's where you are able to see if this is a sustainable thing or not. Because a lot of people jump into just, no, I like cell phone pouches, so I'm just gonna buy a whole lot of cell phone pouches and sell them. But do you really like selling cell phone pouches? So you need to find all that information and make sure that you know what to do and who to go to when you are starting your business. So at the end of the day, guys, if you really love being an entrepreneur, just do it. Go in and make research and just go in and start your own business. Those are my 5 tips to starting your own business, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and also remember to subscribe to the channel, the Success Platform, guys. Let's all become successful entrepreneurs. Let's share information, and I just want to open a discussion on if you are an entrepreneur, have you taken the steps that I've mentioned, or have you just jumped into step number 4, or which step do you think you missed? Or let's just talk about it, guys. I would love to hear what you have to say. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.